Now we see them all lined up and ready to go. The top drivers from England and Europe to do battle for this World Championship over 40 laps. There's been a little bit of rain, I'm afraid, since we recorded that interview a little earlier, and that is going to have some quite serious effect, I think, on the tactics for this particular race. Well, in considering who might take this title today, I spoke to Alf Bora, currently top of the national points chart, and asked him how he fancied his chances for the championship. Your chances today?
Well, not bad. If it dries up, if it's wet, then it's going to be hard work. It's anybody's race.
Well, the defending title holders here, the world champions here, they're both Dutchmen. How do you see the challenge from the continental drivers?
It's going to be strong. They were very fast last week, but I don't know how they like the wet.
Do you think that could be a problem for them?
I think it could be a problem for everybody.
It's going to be a little bit slippery, yes?
Yeah, I think so. I think there'll be a few crashes to start off with, but once it settles, then it should be a good race.
Well, once it settles down, it should be a good race. There's a quote from a man who should know. National points champion Alf Bora, just swerving a little from side to side, trying to warm up the tyres. Going to have a little bit of a problem because it's really not too warm a day here at Northampton. The track is still wet, although it did stop raining a little while ago. Another of the possible British contenders there, 21, Basil Crass. He was second in the European Championship just a week ago, and right on form, and a man certainly in with a chance. Well, what they're doing now simply is to undertake 2 warming-up laps. Just get the engines warm, get the drivers feeling comfortable and all ready to go. And once they've done that, the cars will then come round and line up on the starting line, ready to go. They'll pause only long enough to make sure, for the starting marshal to make sure they are correctly lined up. The green flag will go down, and away they'll go with, in fact, a clutch start. A 40-lap event, and that's quite a long way to go for these remarkable little cars. Just now completing the second of the laps, the pace car will bring them up to the start line. Tensions now beginning to mount. Drivers preparing themselves. They have in fact drawn for grid positions, and away they go. The pace car pulls off. There were to in fact have been timed trials earlier this morning to determine the positions on the grid, but unfortunately, due to the weather, it's going to be very difficult to provide consistently fair conditions for all the drivers, so they have in fact arranged them on a mixture of the national points chart order, and then they've drawn for positions within each of the grades. The drivers graded, the white grade novice drivers start at the front, going up through yellow grade, blue, and then the starman having to start at the back. And in fact, Alf Bora, who we spoke to there a minute or two ago, was laughing when I was talking to him just before they went out, saying that in that draw he'd still come out at the back of the grid, which is the position in which, of course, he normally starts, being top of that points chart. Well, no signs of too much trouble so far as they begin to settle down. We'll see how they sort themselves out in these early stages. 44 we saw going through there is Tony Brewer. A little bunched at the moment. They'll begin to feel their way around. Warming up, that doesn't give much indication as to how much grip is there. They are, of course, using racing tyres and will have got the appropriate compound on today for these wet conditions. Well, now with 4 laps gone, see if we can start to pick up a leader for you. It's the white top car, number 2, Alan Riley. Just fighting a little bit there to keep it on the line that he wants. Second place at the moment is number 15, then comes 96, and then 41. So you see those going through. In fact, it's 48 now has moved up into 4th place. 2, 15, 96, and 48 with 5 laps gone. So number 2 is currently the leader. In second place is the number 15 car. European drivers in this one, if you see them going through, there's the 83 European champion in car number 43, Jan van Renks of Holland. There is Jan Schmidt of Holland, also in the number 41 car. There's Wilfried Hofer, the world champion, in number 59, and there's George Gimbel of Germany in number 82. But at the moment, with 7 laps gone, it's still the novice grade driver, number 2, going past on the outside there, going past the 35 car of Tommy Bourne from Royston. 37 now, finding himself in quite a little bit of problem. Mick Eason, local driver from Northampton. And as you can see, already a couple of casualties out on the centre green. quite a few retirements. I can see there's 1, 2, 3, 4, at least 5 cars are now out of this one, including number 18, Roland Parker is out on the centre green. Number 5 car of Paul Holloway is out as well. And so is 22, John Seamark of London. But still the white top leads. 59 has now moved up into second place. That's Wilfred Hoffer, world champion in '83 and the defending title holder here today. Very smart car, going very quickly. Really knows his way around. Further back I can see 21 Basil Krask is trying to move through. 24 Mick Bonner is there as well. But it's still number 2 is the leader, Alan Riley, 59. Wilfred Hofer of Germany. Look at that immaculate car, beautifully prepared. Taking his time, he can afford to. He's only got this one man in front really to catch, and now he's only, what, 20 yards. You can see them there, separated by 2 back markers. The car on the left is the leader, 2 slower cars, and then it's Hofer from Germany. Moving up a shade more. There's the leader, the car on the right, and right on his tail now. If he can go through on the inside, that back marker still holding him up a little. We've only got 13 laps gone of the 40. 24 Mick Bonner has now gone into third place. 21 Basil Krask comes next. Then it's 96 Dermot McGibbon, and then 69 Alf Borer. That's the first 6 places with just 13 laps gone. So 24 Mick Bonner has now nipped round to take it up. Now lying in second place. 21 Basil Krask is third. A long race like this, there's plenty of time to be a little cautious, especially in the early stages. So 24 is the leader, Mick Bonner. Nips past Hofer. Now he's losing a bit of ground, in fact, and 21 is moving up into the second place. Here's the man who's out front at the moment. World champion in 1972 and 1982, knows his way around, and really going very, very well indeed. Shot up virtually in the space of 1 lap from third to first place, 24. It's still 59 is the second place man, and I think definitely Hofer must have got problems because the 59 car is beginning to slow visibly. There he is. I can't think it's anything other than mechanical problems. You can see some of the slower cars, even 1 or 2 of the back markers now going past him. So I think we're going to, well, that's probably about the last we've seen of him in this. He'll be disappointed. He is the defending title holder and was obviously very keen to try and hang on to it. This man going well, 21, Basil Krask, second in the European Championship just a week ago. Had a bit of a layoff from racing, in fact been out for almost a year, only recently come back. But now going very coolly, very calmly, well in control, and currently in second place. 69 Alf Borer has now moved up into third place, the national points champion. Hofer is now down to 4th. Then the white top who led early on, number 2, Alan Riley is 5th. And the rest of the field are tailed some little way back behind them. So as we look at the lap sheet, we've now got 22 laps gone, and it's still number 24 is leading, and this man, 69, Alf Borer, is in third place. Picking off the slower cars, very confidently going around the outside, and now, of course, with the cars going round and round this tarmac, it is beginning to dry, and a bit more grip is becoming available. Coming up now for a real scrap between 69 and 21. Alf Borer, look at him taking them one by one. Real confidence, because believe me, that safety fence, if you misjudge it going by on the outside, that safety fence is very, very hard indeed. 25 laps gone. So this man in third place still, second place rather now, moved up ahead of Basil Krask, 69 Alfora, but this is the man he's got to catch. And Mick Bonner certainly is a long, long way ahead. The leader there has just crossed the start-finish line, and we're looking back, in fact, almost three-quarters of a lap to Alfora in second place. That's the sort of lead that Mick Bonner has now established. Well, I said, Alfora, very smart little car, rear-engined, very light, very nippy. Al's been round a long time. Obviously, when you're a national points champion, you really must have won a lot of races and picked up a lot of places to get enough points to be actually top of the list of all the drivers in the UK. And that's the distinction that Alfora has, and now he's driving for all his worth to try and cut down the lead that number 24, Mick Bonner, has got up front. And he's really got a bit of a task on, although the distance now, as I look, is down to just under half a lap. It was three-quarters of a lap a little while ago. It's now just under half a lap, and there are 30 of the 40 laps gone. 59, Wilfred Hooper is in third place. 21, Basil Krask is fourth. Number 2, Alan Riley is next. But the only real question in this 1984 World Championship for these Grand Prix midgets is whether or not this man, number 24, Mick Bonner, is going to be caught by number 69, Alfora, who at the moment is just under half a lap behind. Problem for Alfora here. He must get past these back markers quickly. He can't afford to get held up. At the same time, he'll be keeping his fingers crossed that Mick Bonner up front will be getting held up. And to give you some indication of the sort of lead that Mick Bonner has got, the 24 car is right behind the third place man, 59, Wilfred Hooper, the defending title holder from Germany. There they are, the 69 car of Alfora, still picking off the back markers, still closing the gap, but I don't think the time is going to be enough. We've got 33 of the 40 laps gone. And he's left himself a rather big task. So that's the man who's doing the chasing, 69, and the man who's being chased is number 24. There's Mick Bonner. Scorpion-powered BMC A-Series, that's the Mini Cooper engine, basically. Very nippy little car, 1350cc, and he's obviously got it beautifully on song. He won the title in 77 and 82, and all he's got to do is to hang on for about another 4 laps now, and he's going to add another title tag. 24, Mick Bonner then. 3 more laps to go. Gets the signal from the starting marshal. Confidently sweeping around the back markers and leaving this man to do all the chasing. And there is a lot of chasing to do because time is running out fast. The gap is narrowing, in fact. The gap is down now to about 20 yards. There's Alfora, 69. 69 is there. And there's Mick Bonner coming around the outside there in the 24 car. But I don't think the time is going to be enough. Inside the final lap now, the checkered flag is at the ready. 69 is right upside him now as they're coming round that final turn, and Mick Bonner makes a mistake. Mick Bonner goes wide. Alfora comes sweeping through. Well, I really didn't expect a mistake like that from a driver like Mick Bonner. Alfora was there ready. He was slowly cutting that gap down and down and down, and on that final turn, I don't know whether Mick Bonner saw him, Mick Bonner got a little overexcited as they came around that final turn, but he certainly went wide and left it off to a very excited Alfora. Well, that really is a turn up for the book. If someone had said to me, what chance has Alf got of catching Mick Bonner when we look at the lap sheets early on in the race, I would have said the chances were absolutely minimal. But he's proved us all wrong and carried it off. So there he is, a guy who was fairly confident before we started.